he brought the high-profile players in there. He really made it what it was.
If you have a chance to pass him this weekend and win, what would that mean?
Yeah, it was. I have a chance. Everything has to go right. And so, but he's very. I really don't think about that record too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a. I miss talking to him. And so he was. Because we went way back to the quarter horse day. And we actually talked more about quarter horse days than we did the thoroughbreds. There's not a whole lot to talk about the thoroughbreds anymore. But no, he's very. I think we miss him, and I still have a. His wife gave me one of his ties, and he had, his trees when he was training in San Diego. He gave me his trees that he had in front of his barn. So I still have part of Wayne Lucas is with us every day. We see him there. So but I do miss him because he was. But I mean, to the very end, he was convinced that he had always told me, I've got a really good 2-year-old in the barn. I think I'm going to make some noise next year. I was going to retire, but I got a good one, And he had a way, and he was so stoic, and I knew his health was really, really falling off, but he would never, no, I'm good. I'll fine. He thought I'd live another 10 years, so. But, that's the way he was. He just moved forward. He was, very optimistic about everything, and we were fortunate enough that his last winter was one of my wife's horse that he trained, so that was sort of cool. We had that picture up in my. I wish he could have been. He wasn't feeling well that day. He could have been in the win picture, but it was really, he was an icon. He's a legend, but he really made Breeders' Cup. He really kick-started because he had the high-profile owners, won all those in there, and that's what sort of got me interested in switching from quarter horse to him. And I saw these races, and I thought, wow, this is fun. This is exciting. And they had it was really entertaining to watch all the different, these European horses coming over, and I thought, well, maybe I could go over there, maybe win a sprint stakes, maybe I could do something like that. So it was, and that was my first win, was the sprint, but it was really exciting to, to be part of that, and then to see him run his operation. His operation was just like, he's like probably the first corporate type, but he was a great horseman, and he was very hands-on, and so, but he really made the Breeders' Cup. He really boosted it.
Do you feel like you and Todd kind of have a little bit of a rivalry now, especially in those Tudor races, and with Todd's background with Wayne? Do you look at it at all like the rivalry continues?
I don't think there's any rivalries going on right now, but I mean, Todd
I don't mean
is,
rivalry in a negative sense, just sort of like you and Todd have won the last, 4 juveniles, I think.
Well, I mean, Todd
and
I
have
and
big 2-year-olds coming up.
There's just a few. What's happened, there's only about 8, 10 trainers that get all the 2-year-olds, that have that program of the young horses, and so if you build that clientele, so I mean, Todd's always tough. Brad Cox, he doesn't have any. It's tough, there's a lot of guys don't have them, but Todd usually has everything, of all the. Well, they have more horses than I do. I don't have as many horses.
He was saying, he told you guys were in Tucson last year, and he said, I'm not seeing any 3-year-olds coming up, but now he's got a couple 2-year-olds that you'll be competing with.
No, he's got some good ones. Week. Yeah, a lot of times, I've been with football coaches, college coaches, and at the beginning of the year, they'll say, they're talking to each other, and he's showing me, he said, he doesn't, a big school, I'm really not that tough as I should be, and stuff. And we can tell, but sometimes, something will come out of the woodwork. Like one year I was sort of empty, and here comes Justify.
Right.
I did have one other good one, but
in Todd's case it did.
but then one year I had nothing about War Emblem a month out, and so it's one of those things where you're just like, the Derby horse just happens to come around. You know.
Last thing, how do you feel about the two-year-old races tomorrow with the juvenile and juvenile fillies?
Well, the juvenile fillies probably be most pressure. I feel a lot of pressure there because my wife owns one of them, and so she's expecting a lot there. And the other filly's a nice, really good filly, and I thought she would win last time, and Jill's filly beat her. But they're both. I just hope they. I don't care who wins. I just hope one of them
Like
gets
go to
there.
the jewelry store now. have something picked out just in case.
I was just joking, you know, they should, I think should have some nice, for these owners in the pack, give them these little purple barf bags, you know, like they get, you know, so if your horse doesn't run well or something like that. But it's going to be exciting and fun, and she's going to be excited. And no matter what, one thing about my wife, she loves the horses, and if they, she's still going to love, we know we still love them no matter what. We're just, you know, we like them as long as they get a chance to run well. If you get outrun, but if you get a clean trip, you get B, you can't really worry about it, you know. And they're tough to win. They're really tough to win.
And Brant against Kev Nafi?
Yeah, Brant's he's got his work cut out. Brant, I think he's a very good horse. He's fast. Never been 2 turns. So it's going to be interesting how he handles that second turn. I think he should, but you don't know until they do it. Even American Pharaoh, I wasn't sure until he did it. But to me, it's going to be, you know, I think the pace is going to be important. If they go too fast and whatever, but it's going to be interesting. I'm just hoping that when they turn for home, that, you know, Brant has the class and he does have the, you know, he is a really good horse. You know, and he's got the competitive spirit. And see if they get it out, you know. So it's good racing. I mean, it's amazing. Yesterday I went to school of horses. Everybody takes their horses to school in the paddock, and every horse looks so beautiful. Like, wow, like it's just amazing. There's so many. The best are here, you know. They all look good, you know. And so you have to show up. I mean, there's a lot of the juvenile fillies. There's other fillies in there that are really nice fillies, you know, that are, and they're just, you know, they're next out. Somebody's gonna improve. You just hope it's you. know, so,
It's timing. If it's their time, right?
Exactly. Look at Citizen Bull. You know, he was 15 to 1, and he won. You know, so he ran second. I really thought, you know, Gaming was gonna win it, and he ran second. But it's exciting. I can't wait. You know, we're ready to. You know, horses, they get closer as we go.
Yeah, they do.
Is the Classic still the big one on a weekend like this, even when your favorites are in other races?
To me, what's exciting are the ones that I feel like I can win. Those are the ones that I'm excited about. The Classic, I don't know, it's a tough race. Nevada Beach has never run against horses like that. He is a good horse, but that is an unbelievable race. They're so competitive.
Best of the best.
And Mike Smith is good at winning that one.
You know, but Mike Smith,
Yeah.
Big Money Mike, he also is Magic Mike.
He's good at the
He's
Breeders'
going to
Cup.
have to pull a rabbit out of his hat, but sometimes he's
Gets it done.
capable of that.
Yeah.
So hopefully he does something.
Slip in there and I love it.